Yeshayahu, Isaiah, 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 chapter 35. Yeshayahu, Isaiah, 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 chapter 35. Let those who have ears hear. The desert and the dry land will be glad. The Aurora will rejoice and blossom like the lily. It will burst into flower, will rejoice with joy and singing, will be given the glory of the Lebanon, the splendor of Carmel and Sharon. They will see the glory of Yah, the splendor of our God. So, I love this stuff. So what? Strengthen your drooping arms and steady your tottering knees. This is what was said in the Hebrews, right? And he told us not to. Let's just go there for a second. Strengthen your drooping arms and steady your tottering knees, so that what has been wrenched out of place will not be wrenched out of place, but be healed. Right? That's what we want. Why we want to be healed? Straight up. Alright, sorry guys, forgive me. Look at my whacked out wood table there. Hold on. There it is. Hebrews. Strengthen your drooping arms and steady your tired knees and make a level path for your. You know what? Let's just do it. Because maybe there's someone this morning who forgot to use the sun. We already know about this great cloud of witnesses. Hebrews, by trusting. Your book probably said faith, but you have to. Real terminology is trust. All right. So since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us too put aside every impediment that is the sin. Well, put aside the impediment. What's the impediment? The sin. And what does the sin do? It hampers our forward movement easily. So we got to keep running because we don't want to get impeded so easily by sin, and we can't move forward. And keep running with endurance to the contest set before us, looking away to the initiator and completer of that trust in Yeshua, who in exchange for obtaining the joy set before him endured execution on the stake as a criminal, scorning the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of Elohim. Yes, think about him who endured such hostility against himself for sinners, so that you won't go tired or become despondent. You have not resisted to the point of shedding blood in the contest against sin. I haven't. Also, you have forgotten about the counsel which speak to you as a son, which speak to you as a son. And what does this counsel say? My son, despise not the discipline of Yah, or become despondent when he corrects you, for Yah disciplines those he loves and whips everyone he accepts as a son. Hallelujah. So hey, you out there, if you're getting your ass whooped right now by God, it's okay. If you're getting your ass whooped right now by the Most High, guess what? You're his son. If you're out there doing whatever and y'all's not whooping your ass, you're not his son. You're a bastard. Let's keep reading. Hill said, regard your endurance and discipline. God is dealing with you as sons. For what son goes undisciplined by his father? All legitimate sons undergo discipline. So if you don't, you are an illegitimate son, not a true son. Here it is. If you don't undergo discipline by the Most High, you are illegitimate son and not a true son. Furthermore, we have physical fathers who discipline us, and we respected them. How much more so we submit to our spiritual father and live? For they disciplined us for only a short time and as best as they could, but he disciplined us in a way that provides genuine benefit to us and enables us to share in the holiness. Now, all discipline, while it's happening, does indeed seem painful, not enjoyable. But for those who have been trained by it, it later produces a peaceful fruit, which is righteousness. So, strengthen your drooping arms and steady your tottering knees and make a level path for your feet, so that what has been injured will not get wrenched out of bone, but rather be healed. Healing. All right, let's get back to it, right? So, What's going on? Strengthen your drooping arms. Are we back in Isaiah? Isaiah. Strengthen your drooping arms and steady your tottering knees, and say to the faint-hearted, be strong and unafraid. Here is your God. He will come with vengeance. With God's retribution, he will come and save you. So we're going through the suffering that you got to go through. Strengthen your drooping arms and steady your tottering knees. Strengthen your drooping arms and steady your tottering knees. Then the eyes of the blind will be open. Then the ears of the deaf will be unstopped. Then the lame man will leap like a deer. The mute person's tongue will sing. For in the desert springs will burst forth, streams of water in the Avara. The sandy mirage will become a pool. The thirsty ground springs of water. The haunts where jackals lie down will become a marsh filled with reeds and papyrus. Now hold on. And there is a highway. A highway will be there. A way called the way of holiness. 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 The unclean will not pass over it, but it will be for those whom he guides. He guides on the way, the highway, and it will be there, and that way is holiness. No lion or other beast of prey will be there traveling on it. They will not be found there, but the redeemed will go there. But the redeemed will go there. Those ransomed by Yah will return there and come with singing to Zion. On their heads will be everlasting joy. They will acquire gladness and joy, while sorrow and sighing will flee. On this way, a way, one way, the way of holiness, a highway, place where people travel, holiness. Unclean can't pass over it. Yah will guide us though. Even when things are dry like a desert, it will become like a pool. Springs will burst forth as you on this way to holiness. Let those who have ears